Hey, what's going on, everybody? So far we've done 4 out of 7 of these heroic Castle Nathria bosses, and hopefully you've been enjoying them so far. I know that like really they've been pretty kind of samey with like pretty similar single target rotation stuff. But for this video, we're going to be looking at a mass AOE with single target prio points type fight with Sun King. So we'll be going into this. I'm using this time Predator instead of Saber. I'm still using Soul of the Forest. I'm using Primal Wrath now instead of Brutal Slash because we're active like more than one target. And then I'll also be using MOC instead of Blood Talons because I don't really like the way that Blood Talons is going to work in this fight personally because of the way that things are spread. But you can do that if you want to. But what I look to do here is I look to just rake up everything, wait for everything to get grouped up. I really don't want to thrash initially. I want to wait for everything to be grouped up. I get an early Primal Wrath so I can start getting my Apex Predator procs. I don't use Convoke and I don't use Berserk because these things are going to immediately die, and then we're going to have a healing phase where we don't actually have any adds to attack. And so I don't want to go and use all my cooldowns, and then I'm not like, I get this big mastery gain from Nia's Invigoration and stuff, and then it's all lost because there's nothing to do. So I end up holding onto my cooldowns for a little bit. But in that initial pack, I didn't want to thrash. I just rake a few things, wait for everything to be grouped up, big Primal Wrath, big thrash, and then we're just swiping, right? On more than one target, you start swiping. And you can thrash as long as things are going to be getting the full uptime of that thrash on 2 or more targets. So I do want to use Berserk on this guy because I think it's a really good single target position. Using Berserk, the mob's going to be alive for a long time. Definitely want to just like kill this guy off so that we can focus on the rest of these mobs that are now coming in, these occultists, these assassins that are going to be coming in, because the assassins really need to die. They need to be focused. They do this wicked blade mechanic where people have to move out, like you can see the hunters here, and I think that's like a healer having to move out and get away from the group. So the more that we can just like kill these assassins and get the whole team stacked up, the better for the healing, better for the DPS, and just better for the control of the fight. So I do look to Starfall Convoke there, because everything's so spread. By the time everything's grouped up for like a nice grouped up melee Convoke, it's kind of too late. So what I do is I get my Convoke on cooldown, I jump up into a Heart of the Wild into a Convoke there. Now I do miss this soak, right? I do miss these soaks for some reason. Just Shade, like I didn't have enough practice on, and I kept focusing on other things and then missing the soak for this fight. So you'll see me miss it quite a lot, but I seem to do every other mechanic quite decently well. I'm looking out for these phoenixes here. I should just be blasting Shade here, but I am trying to kind of keep these phoenixes away. There are people that are better spec'd for single target DPS here than myself, so they're going to be pumping a lot of this Shade damage here. We're going to see like mages pumping through on this. We're going to see I don't know, like I guess like warlocks and stuff able to really blast, and Boomkin's able to blast single target here. So but I mean, because I don't have Sabertooth on this, and because I don't have Blood Talons, it's literally a case of I'm shredding, I'm raking on 3 seconds when it's got 3 seconds left, I'm re-ripping at 8 seconds, and then I'm just shredding and ferocious biting. It's really not too complex with it. And then I'm just using my Tiger's Fury pretty much whenever it's available, as long as there's a mob that's going to be able to like regenerate that Predator when those mobs die. And on this fight, I mean, every mob can. So I'm literally just like on this guy here, I'm literally just shredding, resetting my rake there at 3 seconds. And then now we have this big AoE here with these Pestering Fiends. So this is where I'm then going to, again, go into this mass AoE. Because everything's already kind of pre-grouped up, I do Convoke here. I probably could have waited a little bit longer because those mobs were dying quite quickly, right? Like the Assassins and this Vanquisher, they're up for a lot longer. So if I, during my Convoke, if I, you're going to rake everything, you're going to thrash things, you're going to Moonfire things, which is fine. That's cool because it's all, in a sense, like single target damage. So it is really good to do that. However, these fiends die so quickly. So if I am raking and moonfiring them and then they die within 3 or 4 seconds, like it's just a waste of time to have even done that. So I should have held my Convoke there a little bit longer, but all is well. And then now we need to look out for these soul infusers. We need to be making sure that we kill them as quickly as possible, because if they reach these vessels where Kael'thas is chained up, then they'll start like damaging him and kind of I don't know, like undo the work, the hard work that we've done on the healing of him. So again, just I'm gonna look to position really well here. I'm making sure that I'm angled in a way that I can hit everything, even if though it's not stacked up perfectly. So always be aware of that. Always be looking for those opportunities. I'm then gonna look to rake here. I should look to rake each of these assassins, though I'm a little bit slow with it. I could have been quicker with it, and in an ideal world, I would have been a bit faster there. But it's easy in hindsight, isn't it? But yeah, so would have raked those assassins there because they are going to be alive for the full duration. They do have quite a high health pool, and they are prior targets that need to go down ASAP. Because if they start doing their, I can't remember what, I think it's called turn to stone, right? If they start doing that when they hit like, I don't know, something like 30% health or so, then they're going to regenerate fully. So you need to be aware of that. Now, I'm not focusing these infusers here. That's a bit of a misplay. And then, like, we've got shit here. This is quite a hectic part of the fight, right? People are going down. We've got phoenixes on the map. We've got these assassins to look out for, infusers. And then we've got Shade of Kael'thas. We've got to do the soaks on Kael. We've got to watch out for the frontal. Like, this is quite, like, the really hectic part of the fight here. So this was just a bit of a free-for-all. And this could have definitely been played better, where I would have come over to Shade here. But I was trying to get a lot of those kicks and faraway kicks and trying to handle a lot of the utility. Also, I know that people are going to be bringing more single target, and I can kind of be on the periphery, making sure that I'm taking care of targets that are just going to be free casting on us. But all in all, pretty clean kill. This was you know, decently clean. We do still have a few deaths, but you know, I'll take it. I'll take it for day one. So yeah, and that's Shade of Kael. Hopefully that was an enjoyable fight for you guys, and hopefully this kind of helped in a way. But yeah, that's my shade. My shade take. Did I get loot? Hold on. I get loot. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section. Give me some likes, give me some follows, and if you have any questions or comments about what I'm doing here, please just leave a message and I'll get to you on it. I don't think I get loot on this one, do I? Nah, I didn't get loot. Unluck. All right, guys. See you in the next one.